Are you searching for new home decor items that reflect the season's latest trends? Look no further than Right Way Home. From cushion sets to decorative vases, we have unique pieces to suit every style and budget. Discover your right find at the right price, only at Right Way Home and Right Way Stores.
A show that tackles the big issues affecting the BVI and the rest of the Caribbean. Searches for answers to today's big questions and gives viewers a unique perspective on developing stories. Follow the big story with me, Kathy Richards, only on GTV. This show is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Cyril B. Ramney Tertola Pier Park, NV Salon Spa Nail and Barbershop, HOV Medical, and Digicel. Sign up for Digicel Plus Home Light Bundles, faster internet, movies, and sports. Thank you so much for spending some time here to talk about this big event. Poker Run, Leverick Bay Poker Run is one of the biggest talked about events ever, as always, having its origins of some 20 odd years ago, because if it wasn't for the hurricanes and the COVID period, we would have surpassed 20 years of doing the run. But before we get into the conversation, if you guys can introduce yourselves for me. Started with you, Chris.
Okay, Christina Yates. I'm the principal partner in Leverick Bay Hotel and Marina, with some other partners are Sam Leonard, my original partner's children, Joy, Sheldon and Julie are involved in the company. Sammy was involved but isn't anymore. And you know, we got this property in 1979 and been building ever since. And what it is today is 45 years of work. And the Poker Run is our biggest event that we have. It's a charity event, and Nick Willis, who was the general manager here 20 years or 23 years ago, started the Poker Run with I think 8 boats, and it's grown to where we have 180 to 200 boats, and it seems to be the biggest boating event in the BVI for local people. It's I mean, we have the spring regatta and things like that, but those are mainly people from abroad. The Poker Run brings out all the local people, and I don't know where all the boats come from. They must be hidden in the bush all over the BVI, but we get all these boats show up at the day. And I know for the last month and a half to 2 months, people are getting the boats cleaned up, getting the engines tuned in, they're getting the boats repainted, polished. They're buying their t-shirts and getting their t-shirts. So it's a great boost for the economy. I think that everything is gotten ready. And then on the big day, everybody shows up. It's a lot of work, but we raise a lot of money for local charities. And I think that it needs to be done, and I'm so pleased that it's still continuing. And thanks to Nick for starting it all those years ago.
Awesome. For you, a little introduction of yourself.
Sure. My name is Joel Brillert. I was good friends with Nick and Monica, having spent a lot of time in Virgin Gorda. So when Nick passed, they asked if I could help manage the event, and so I do so now with Chris and Sad as my partners. This will be the third poker run that I've helped to manage, and as Chris stated, this is our 20th anniversary, the first being in 2001. Obviously some delay due to the hurricanes and the COVID. So this is our 20th, and we're very excited for Sunday. It should be big.
Okay, let's hear from you, Mr. Nice Guy. We don't know about Saad. We know about Mr. Nice Guy, right?
My name is Saad. Everyone knows me by Mr. Nice Guy. I'm the owner of the famous Mr. Nice Guy store on Virgin Gorda and in Tortola. I've been part of the poker run for the most of the years they've been doing the event. And year by year, it's been more and more successful and bigger. I mean, just like what Chris said, they started at 8 boats, now it's almost 200 boats. And we're gonna continue at that pace to make it bigger and bigger every year. Hopefully, this year will be a big,
the biggest of all.
and a big restart, basically, from what you mentioned, the COVID and the hurricanes. So hopefully now we're boosted.
All right. So 20 years is no easy feat by any chance. And when we reach these milestones, we always find something to add to spice it up and take it up a notch. What are we to expect this year from the poker run?
Well, hopefully this year we'll have, as I said, the most number of participants, being that it's our 20th year. But more importantly, we want to make this year in memory of Nick Willis. So you'll see during the event, and most likely during the after party as well, that there will be a number of I don't want to call it a memorial because it's a happy day. So we'll just call it in memory of. Yeah.
For you, Chris, how do you see the 20th being?
Well, I hope that it's a big success, and because last year, the 19th run was good, but we were only able to give about $8,000 to the charities. It's $5,000 to the Raw Skills Track Club, which is a very important track club on this island, where a lot of young kids get off the street and they learn to run and jump and stuff, and they do a great job on the island for keeping, helping get athletics going. And then there's the Animal Rescue and Control, which gets some of the money. And then there's a Virgin Gorda charitable company that gets the rest of the money and distributes it around to various other charities. The more hands that are sold, the more money we can give to charity. And this year we would like to give a whole bunch more, which means we need to sell a whole bunch more hands. And there's also a lottery ticket sale going on, which benefits the Raw Skills Track Club directly. And so there's some good prizes there. I believe that you've donated a big TV. Yes. And there's stays at resorts, and there's meals at resorts, and $10 tickets for the lottery. And this is hoping to raise a bunch of money for the Raw Skills to send 33 athletes to Miami to give them international experience in the Northwestern Track meet up there. And it's a really important thing to let these young athletes show and see what happens in other places, so they get to compete amongst other children their own age, and maybe we'll get another Carol McMaster, or we out of this group that we have on the island. So I think it's very important that we support these athletes, and this is what the poker run intends to do this year. We want to raise as much money as possible to get these kids on this trip and let them compete and maybe get inspired Olympic year and see if we've got future Olympic champions.
Awesome. Okay. It's great to know, aside from the usual charity that you're going to be donating to. There's a sidebar to raise monies for the Roskills Track Club, and they have been doing so much. I know Reds and the others, they have been, and Chris, you are behind that club so much, and you know, I could imagine what some extra dollars take them overseas will do for them. But we're going to come back to how the runs are going to go, and you know, the incentives that I'm understanding are there if you register online. I want to hear from you, Sahad, Mr. Nice Guy. What are we to look forward to that fashion show? You know, everyone comes with that intention of participating, seeing a great show. Tell us what to expect this year.
What you would expect this year is some of the hottest trends all around, full of colors, Caribbean colors, swimwear mostly, beachwear. We have some casual and nightwear to throw. We're gonna have also some fire dancers on the catwalk.
You're taking it up a whole notch.
A whole notch. We're gonna have a clown also between the people to take pictures and make some. So it's gonna be a fun event. And more than all of that, the most important thing is what Chris said, is to give back to the community. Also, other than the help for the Roskills and the charitable companies, we also give chances to young females and males to give them a chance to go up on the stage and model, to practice and probably, you know, become some great models one day.
Yes.
So we give opportunities to a lot of, especially local people, to get that help.
You know, I never saw it that way.
Yeah.
And for a fact, we would have seen some of those very persons who run the runway here on other shows. They
Yes.
evolve and would advance in that because it's a career.
Yes.
A big one out there.
Yes.
Awesome. So we look forward to that. Any special entertainment other than the fashion are you getting this year?
We getting a couple of DJs, DJ Heavy Beats, DJ Turbo Sounds, and we're getting some surprise artists as well to jump in. Yes.
Okay. All right. We can't give it all away. What we need are for persons to know how to get those hands full in advance. I'm thinking this is the first time you're doing it this way, where you can purchase your hand online. Tell us all about that.
That's correct, Kathy. Yeah, you can go online to purchase your hand, so you don't have to wait in the very long lineup each morning, or in the morning of, I should say, because the lineup, as most people who've participated before know, it goes right down the dock. So if you're interested, you can register online. And as a special incentive, whether you register online or in person, if you purchase more than one hand, we'll give you a free limited edition gift bag that we've created, which is a nice drawstring bag with a number of goodies inside. So hopefully that incentivizes people to have more than one participant on each boat. And whether they purchase online or in person, they'll still receive the gift bag.
Okay.
This year, we also have two different varieties of shirts. We have our standard shirt that everybody collects. This is from last year, as 2024s are still at the printers in Tortola. We also have the 20th anniversary shirt. So those are, again, limited quantities. There's only 100 for sale. Long sleeve UV hoodies that I think you'll really like. They were produced here on Virgin Gorda by a local artist who did the design. So hopefully everybody will respond well to those different merchandising opportunities that exist.
Okay, tell us about the stop. We know we're starting off right here at Leverick Bay.
Yes.
Tell us about the stops.
Yeah, of course, yes. We start here at Leverick Bay and then immediately head to Trellis. So the Loose Mongoose is your first stop. And from there, the route is your choice. We recommend around the backside of Tortola to Foxy's Taboo. That'll be your second stop. Your third stop being Norman Island. They've been with us, I believe, since the beginning of Poker Run. So they're your lunch stop this year. And then something different. Instead of the Pier Park, we'll be headed to Peter Island, around back to Ocean 7, the beach club. And from there, back to Leverick Bay to draw your fifth card. So all boats back by 5, as that's when the Mr. Nice Guy fashion show and after party begins, with prize giving at 7 p.m. So hopefully it'll be a very full day but an exciting one, I hope.
What's the draw this year? What's the prize for the draw?
Oh, the first place prize. Oh, same as the last year. It'll be $8,000 for the first place prize.
Okay.
Yeah.
And second and third, we have a second and third place.
We do, yeah. So second and third will be $4,000 and $3,000 for a total of $15,000 in prizing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. Apart from the many boats that we have registered,
Mm-hmm.
that usually register from the Virgin Islands, we have boats coming from as far as Puerto Rico.
Yes.
US Virgin Islands, Monroe. You're getting the bus from them?
We are. In fact, this year, a large number of boats are coming from Turks and Caicos, which is exciting.
Oh.
So they've pre-registered. A number of them are already here staying at the hotel. Puerto Rico as well. The event wouldn't be possible without the participation of the Puerto Rican Navy. A number of people are confirmed from both St. Thomas and St. Croix. So it does look like a fairly, we have a good reach. Hopefully St. Martin as well. There's been a couple that have registered, but we hope to see some more. So yeah, a number of the islands are participating.
Awesome, that's great to know. Turks and Cakes. I think that they may have participated before, but
They did in 2019.
2019.
Yeah.
Coming with a big fleet this year.
Correct. Yes. 2019, I believe it was just the 3 boats. I apologize if there was more, but that's my memory.
Yeah.
5 years. But this year we have a number, almost a dozen of boats coming from Turks and Caicos already registered. So again, the number might grow.
Okay.
We'll see.
And, many persons are trying to figure out how it's going to happen, what's the benefits or not, considering that this poker run, Leverick Bay poker run, coincides with the event tourist board,
The music festival.
weekend.
Yeah.
And the fact that you would have mentioned that there are some boats from overseas already here on the ground says that they came prepared for a whole lot of activities, a whole weekend of
Exactly.
activities and more. Tell us about that feel and give the assurance of how the logistics can work in
Sure.
the benefit for all.
Well, it's interesting. In the past, the Music Fest was run on the same weekend as Poker Run, and we always found that to be a benefit. As you said, it brings a large number of people into the territory beginning as early as today, who will stay for all the events over the weekend. So logistically, it's not a challenge. You're able to leave here on either the ferries, which leave at 5, or take your own boat back to Tortola, but you have more than enough time to get back for Music Fest.
A number of party boats this year?
There should be, yes, I believe there'll be 5.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're still speaking with Speedies and Ramasco, but there are definitely space on the ferry available for
I
everyone.
remember one year, I think St. Thomas was talking about having a party boat come from St. Thomas.
They were, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that they have a large boat this year, but they do have several of the smaller ferries, the 30 to 40 passenger ferries that we hope to see again this year, which is a really nice atmosphere for them, and they're able to attend all the stops.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It would not have been possible without persons and entities to help support this financially.
Oh, absolutely.
Who are those major ones that have been sitting Leverick Bay? We're not letting you go this year. We're gonna ride with you.
Yes, sir. Well, I think the first is Sat here. Sat has participated since the beginning, 2001. This year, we're excited that Republic Bank has become our premier sponsor, as well, of course, as the Tourist Board, who have always supported us. So we have a number of other sponsors as well. And also, I think it's important to mention the volunteers. Without our group of volunteers in the morning of the event, we wouldn't be able to put this on.
Okay. Usually, Leverick Bay is a very buzz and very busy place on that day. And what we
Yeah.
also see and hear from you from year go is that it also creates employment for so many persons. Although it may be a part-time basis where you have to bring in more people to help to make sure that you can handle everything. How is that going right now?
That's going really well. I mean, each of the stops, they should really, they put in so much effort into the poker run. As you said, a number of temporary staff, a lot of signage, and a lot of work goes into making the locations look fantastic for the day of the race. So, without them, without the stops, it wouldn't be a poker run.
Awesome. So,
Yeah.
okay, great to know that this is coming off in such a big way this year.
Mm-hmm.
I can already see this weekend being one that beyond your even wild imaginations.
I really hope so. That would be fantastic. As Chris mentioned, the more people that participate, the more money we can give to charity. So as far as we're concerned, we hope everyone comes.
All right. Any specific charity highlighted this year?
Well, the Raw Skills Track Club for sure. Definitely, yeah. And then the Virgin Gorda Charitable Company is responsible for then dividing the funds amongst smaller charities on the island.
Okay, awesome. With all that information said, the camera is yours now to convince that one person who is like, I ain't sure yet. You can make them make
Well,
up their minds.
don't miss the 20th. The 21st will be special, but the 20th anniversary is the big one. So if you're going to come to any poker run, this is the one.
Okay, Chris?
We think if they come to this one, they'll come to the next one. They'll have such a good time, they'll be hooked on it. Every year we get more boats, which means that the people are happy with what happens. The Mr. Nice Guys show, you know, I mean, and that is a critical event for the bottles. Yes. I mean, it's a very critical audience. You know, with fashion, less is more, right, for the crowd.
As you said.
This year is the 20th, is one of the biggest. So definitely the fashion show is going to be hot, hot, hot. You don't want to miss out on this big, big event, full of fun, and good causes. So if you don't want to do it for the fun, do it for the good causes.
Yes. Awesome, I like that.
Yes.
If you don't want to do it for the fun,
Do it for the good causes.
Before we go, Chris, how do we get lottery tickets, raffle tickets, as most would call it?
The lottery tickets are on sale. I think you're selling them at Mr. Nice Guy's store. I think Speed is selling them. We're selling them by Yates Associates Hardware. We sell, there's quite a lot, and most of the organizers of the Raw Skills Track Club and a lot of the kids in the track club are selling a bunch of the tickets as well. They're going around trying to sell them to their friends and family and everybody they can. And so they're very good prizes, and it's very good. It's a very good cause.
How much per ticket?
$10. I think it's for $20 you get three. Correct. Right? So.
Oh, it's a big incentive. Okay.
Yeah.
Pull a 20 and get three. You
Yeah.
got a big chance.
Yeah.
And all the money for the tickets go to Raw Skills.
Yes.
Directly.
Yeah.
For that trip that they're prepared to go in Miami.
It's that's their big push to try and take a lot of the most of the kids to Miami this year for this Northwestern Track Club meet. It's 3 or 4 days they're up there, and it's very important that the kids get to see another place, another culture, and meet other kids their age and talk to them up there and share experiences, and face-to-face experiences, not all this stuff online where you don't know. Yeah, it's all this virtual stuff and this texting to each other. You actually get to speak to somebody face to face.
Awesome.
Which they don't. Well, at school now they do, but with the COVID stuff they didn't. So it's good that they're getting out now and they can talk face to face.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Before we go, could you give us a website address that person can go to get their tickets purchased?
Yeah, you can go to www.bvipokerrun.com, and in the top right-hand corner, you'll see registration. If you click there, you can purchase tickets. There's also links to do so on our Facebook page, Leverick Bay Poker Run, and on our Instagram page. They all have the same link to our website.
Awesome. Okay, guys, thank you so very much for all this information. It's more than I anticipated. I thought that it was going to be the normal thing, but there's so many more exciting things to experience at Leverick Bay Poker Run 2024. I want to wish you guys in advance happy 20th anniversary. And I know at the end of the night, we're going to say, yeah, we did it really big. Thank you so much for sharing.
We know that where you choose to bank matters. And it is your vote on what your funds do in strengthening our community. As your official Bank of Paradise, we invest and support the lifeblood of our economy by helping in the realization of personal goals for homeownership, education, and entrepreneurial visions, which support small businesses. We make it our place to connect with persons and worthy causes, and we have been doing so for more than 30 years. Where your money goes and what your dollars empower are your choice. And we thank you for choosing us, a bank that gives where it matters the most, for you, for our community, and a happier tomorrow. The National Bank of the Virgin Islands.
Are you searching for new home decor items that reflect the season's latest trends? Look no further than Right Way Home. From cushion sets to decorative vases, we have unique pieces to suit every style and budget. Discover your right find at the right price, only at Right Way Home and Right Way Stores.